Hey guys, today it's Radio Controlled Chaos here, and today we're going to be talking about how to waterproof your LiPo battery, a safe way and without ruining your warranty or not. As you see, this battery had split open before, so I had to tape it up with electrical tape. My warranty is kind of gone on it, but it's okay, there's no problem about it, you know. I really don't care. It runs good. I like these batteries. But what I'm going to show you guys what to do today is how to waterproof it if you had a brand new pack and you want to take it out to the snow or throw it into, you know, some puddles and stuff like that and not worry about your battery going bad on you. So basically, this is what your battery is going to look like. Just a solid battery. This can work with hard packs, soft packs, any packs you have, just depending on their thickness and depending on the products. I'm going to show you what to use, certain sizes you need to buy. This is what it looks like when you first start. This is what it looks like when you finish. Now you're like, oh wait, it's just taped up with electrical tape. Everybody does that, and that's not a big deal. But no, there's more to it than just taping it up. Plus on top of that, this would not ruin your label. A lot of guys just tape it up, and when they peel it back off, it ruins their label. This won't do that. So let's get started. I'm going to show you how to do this to this. What are you going to need for a 2-cell pack is you're going to need 2 average size balloons. Alright, I like to use black because of course the battery is black. It just blends in. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to take your scissors, okay, you're going to cut the balloon right at that point right there, right where it comes from the part where you put your nozzle in to blow up the air, right to the part where it starts making a balloon. You're going to cut it right there, okay. You're going to cut it nice and clean. Right, and this part is just considered to be trash. Now, if you had a 1-cell LiPo and it's not too thick, you can actually just slide it in by stretching this and pushing it through. Basically, you want that part of the balloon. Now you're going to do the same thing on this side. You can open it up, cut at the same spot. Try not to be too low, because higher you are, you can always just trim it, so you're not wasting balloons. This part, again, is just trash. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to open up your balloon, right? You're going to notice now it's a lot more pliable. You're going to hold your battery, okay? You're going to take your balloon and you're going to put it on like you're putting on an underwear. So you're going to slip it on, alright? And then you're going to pull it all the way up to these tabs, and you're going to want to stretch the balloon to that tab right there, and it should start holding on. And take some, you know, like that. See that? How I stretched it on and I got to stick to that part of the battery. Do the same thing on this side. You stretch it. Boom. Now the front is completely covered. The rear has a little bit of opening, but that's no big deal because that's what the second balloon comes in for. Second balloon is there for you to slide it again. So what you're going to do is, because of your wires coming out like mine through the side, you're going to take the little tip of the balloon. It's going to have like this little bump, and you're going to cut a very, very small hole. Right? So you're going to want something like that. Not too big. That's a little bit big, but it's okay. It's not a big deal because the next part I'll show you what happens. You're going to slide your you're going to slide your wire in, connecting wire, put it through, and then your sensor wire is going to go through there. I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm sorry if my hands are in the way. Pull your sensor wire out. Okay. Stand up your battery, and again, exactly what you did on that side, do the same thing. Stretch it over. Pull your wires out. Make sure everything's nice and out the way. And start pulling it all the way to that corner. Release. You can see you're wearing it again. stretch this guy. Boom. Look at that, your battery's completely covered now. And it just costed you like, what, 2 cents? So the next part, what I like to do, because if you may notice, it's not really covered here. Depending on your battery, this may or may not work. Like if you have the battery like the one in my little Celica, which has tabs on the top, okay, it's gonna be kind of difficult for you to do that, because you see here, batteries that have top terminals, it might not work for you. Depending on what you do, you probably have to cut the holes a little bit smaller and shove it in there, and then put some tape around it. But it should be water resistant, not waterproof. Again, this is for like running in the snow, just to get, if the water splashes onto it, there'll be no problem. So the next part you're going to do is you're going to take some electrical tape. Alright, you're going to peel your electric tape back, if I can find the seam. Come on now. Alright, and you're going to, first things first, you're going to tape up this area that you can still see open, because water can still get into that seam right there and travel up and back into your battery. That's what you do not want. So you're going to cover this up. Okay. And don't be afraid to go heavy on the tape here, because this is like the last sealing piece of your battery. And you're just going to wrap it around a couple times, peel it off. And don't worry, this is not going to like overheat your battery or do anything like that, because again, if you're going to be running it in snow or water, it's going to cool down the battery naturally with the water and the snow. Okay. You're going to start taping it across now. That's what I'm doing here. Put this other battery here so you guys can see what I'm doing. And tape across one more time. Take a little scissor and trim that up. Close it down. Now you got these seams here now. And that's pretty simple. You just, again, gonna pull back and do that. Probably need it only like 1 or 2 times. Mine would need 3 because my tape isn't that thick or wide. And then cut your little excess, whatever that is. I don't know what to call that. Okay. And then you're going to want to do this side taping again later on to make sure that the plastic doesn't get torn or rip or comes apart. And then now comes your front part. This is the important part, because this is the part where your battery is open. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to tape it sideways, right? But before you tape it sideways, you're going to hold these wires together, and you're going to tape really, really low. Right, do a couple strands really low where the where the tape is like rubbing against the battery, and then coming back up. And this is where your sensor wire is going to go. You're going to tape up your sensor wire completely. Right. And basically what you want to get out of it is basically covering your sensor wire, any holes that you had. In here you could peel off the tape and it won't ruin your battery. It might make your wire sticky, but it's no big deal. That's what it's going to look like when you're done. You know. So then you're going to take your tape again, and you're going to put some strands across, just like you did in the back, and you're going to keep taping it up. And then just like before, like in the back where you go side to side and up and down and all around, you're just trying to get a good seal with the battery. And again, it's not like you're causing the battery to overheat, like you're suffocating it, because again, it is thin. It's a balloon. I mean, it's thin. It's not gonna ruin the battery. And plus, on top of that, that water is gonna keep it nice and cool. Cut your excess. Right, now that's covered. You want to just keep your nice and snug over there. And look at that, you barely have a hole right there. And you just cover that all up with tape. And if you want, you can keep wrapping it again until you get a perfect snug fit. And cover up every hole, you know, just on you want to do. You can also put hot glue gun there, and that can peel off too, but I'm not going to do that. And then you're just going to tape it up. You don't need to tape it up side by side by side by side. Each edge of the tape, you just need to go side, just enough to hold the little balloon into place and not rip. And I just finished my roll. But basically, that's what you want. And that's your finished product. Now, it isn't the prettiest thing you've seen, but you know what? It'll keep your batteries nice and water sealed, nice and proof from getting any water or anything in it. I might tape up a little bit more because I ran out of tape. I should have taped up a little more around these edges, but I'll do that when I'm ready to run my car. So let me know what you guys think about this video. If it helped you at all in any ways, let me know. You know, comment, subscribe, click the thumbs up button, and I hope this helped you guys out if you want to go out in the trails and want to enjoy your cars with some lipo power and have a waterproof lipo battery.